a lot of work to get to this point, and we are so excited to share our music with you. Tonight, we will be presenting our demonstration concert. Some call this type of concert an informant because in addition to hearing some really wonderful music, we're also going to be sharing a sneak peek into the process of music making and what we have been learning so far in Orchestra. I'm going to remind everybody before we get started here, please make sure that your phones are on silent. And if you're taking pictures, also make sure that there is no flash. That is very distracting to the musicians. The first tune we're going to share with you today is the DAD song. These students have been working so hard that they are going to make it look easy. But before they could play this tune, they had to learn a lot about their instruments, including the parts and how to keep it safe, how to hold it with their best playing posture, identify the names of the strings, and how to pluck the strings to get the best sound. Here is the DAD song pizzicato, which is the orchestra term for plucking. Notice the violins and violas will be stomping during the rest, while the cello and bass players are going to be using a special technique called slap pizzicato. Different parts at the same time. In the next number called Pulse is a Must, the 4th and 5th grade students will be taking turns to complete the phrase. They will also be saying the note names and counting numbers while they're playing to give you a sneak peek into the brain of a musician. Also learn how to put the fingers down on the fingerboard to play more notes. In the next tune, first finger E, the students will be playing their D, or playing open D and first finger E. In this number, we are also working to keep the pulse of the music steady through the rest. that cover explaining how to access the play-along tracks that go along with their book. I highly encourage you to check those out.
Rest, 2, 3, 4.
We will be performing arco, which is an orchestra term meaning with the bow. You might notice that some students are holding their bows in different places. Fourth grade students will be using their beginner bow hold, which is a few inches up from the frog, which is this part of our bow, down here. And the fifth graders will be using their professional bow hold, which is down by the frog. We'll be performing platform shoes. During platform shoes, you will hear the students playing in harmony. That means that different students are going to be playing different notes at the same time. The rest of the tunes performed this evening will be performed with a melody part accompanied by a second part, creating beautiful harmonies. we will be playing Countryside Sunrise. Next, we will be playing Countryside Sunrise. In platform shoes, everyone was playing the same rhythm, but in Countryside Sunrise, the difficulty is increased because we are now playing different notes and different rhythms at the same time. Next, you will hear beginning to see B. In this tune, students playing the melody line will be playing the first note they learned on the A string, the B note. Before we play our final selection, I have many people I would like to thank. First, I would like to thank every student on the stage for all their hard work in preparing for this concert. It takes a lot of courage to try something new, like learning to play a new instrument. It takes even more courage to get on the stage and share this new skill with an audience like we're doing tonight. I would also like to thank the amazing administrators, Mrs. Dressler and Mrs. Bolter, and the teachers at Kennedy Elementary School, especially the 4th and 5th grade teachers, for their incredible support of the orchestra program. Their help in making sure the schedule works and students are getting to their lessons, as well as encouraging these students to participate and do their best, is so incredibly valuable. I would also like to thank Superintendent Dr. Holm and the school board for their support of the orchestra program and music programs in our elementary schools, and for Mrs. Zauer, the orchestra teacher at Roosevelt, and Lakeland for being such an awesome teammate. Really, we share a brain. Thank you, thank you. I also need to thank Mrs. Bangin, the Kennedy Elementary music teacher, for her help running equipment this evening and helping students and audience members to find where they're supposed to be going. In addition to all that she does to encourage students to join orchestra. Also, community member Darlene Schrader also needs a huge thank you. Her large donation of string instruments over the years has helped the growth of this program by allowing students who might not otherwise have the opportunity to play have an instrument to use. And finally, thank you to everyone in this audience today for all you do to encourage these awesome musicians to encourage them to give orchestra a try and do their best work. It is a huge community of support that makes orchestra programs successful. Also, I'd like to thank Jason Hulstein and Mr. Grunter, for their help in getting everything set up tonight with the chairs, the technology, all that awesome stuff. So thank you, so many people. I actually got quite emotional writing that list of people today because really, you're all so very important. Thank you. For our final number, we will be performing Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star from memory with the lights out. When the students are finished playing, they will go to the river to get packed up and then meet you in the gallery.